Well, we started as our own customers. We had our baby girl, and quite quickly we realised that we didn't want to fill our house with plastic tat. I'd fortunately been doing some woodworking in my spare time, so I had a go at making something for ourselves. We were at an age where friends and family were having children, starting their own families, so I found myself making gifts, and from there we were quite quickly able to identify that actually there were people similar to us in age and style preference for their homes, that kind of convinced us there was a market out there. And again, it's for us it was putting things out on social media that confirmed that for us.
And it's interesting. It's interesting because both of you are in this, you call it a luxury, but in a position where you guys are the customer. And so that's a great start point at an early stage, that you are the customer. You can relate to them, whether it's a product or service that isn't in your world and you need it, but there's also that connection to problem solution. So you had a problem. You don't want plastic tat in your. Is that, thinking of brand, is that story on the website that you don't want? Plastic?
Yeah, it is, and again links to the fact that I try to use reclaimed, recycled wood where possible.
Great.
I want to be a sustainable, ethical company.
Yeah, and Kathy, you're that problem solution. There's women out there.
Well,
they might be curvier. They want to get the right products. Did you feel that problem that your prospective customers are dealing with? Do you feel that solution you have in some way shaped it on the website and got that out so it's clear to them?
It came as a sort of like a need for me to be able to follow my passion, because prior to being unwell, I was like a size 14, 16, so I could get boring golf clothing from anywhere. And then after being ill, I put on so much weight, wanted to go back to playing golf. There was nothing for me to purchase. So I'd done dressmaking before, so I whacked I think it was an old pair of curtains actually, together initially, and wore that out, and somebody was like, I like them, where did you get them from? Well, I made them. Can you make me a pair? And that is basically how it started. I could have lost weight, but I like chocolate too much, and there's I just make my clothes anyway.
It is a great story. It's a really powerful. I mean, if you're in this luxurious position where there's a genuine problem and you have the solution, it's so important to make sure that you are at the right times, using the right channels, putting that solution, with the right imagery and the right copy in front of prospective. Keep telling that story, because they're going to be able to relate to that viscerally, and that is, you don't have to convince anybody that if you put it in front of the right person at the right time, they are going to go, I have that problem. Yeah, that's a great position to be in.
So in 5 years' time, if this all goes well, where are we going to see the Curvy Birdie brand?
Oh, you're going to see it in all the beautiful top-end golf clubs. And in America.
Yeah, that is good. High five from across the table. James giving you a show. That's great. I guess being a part of the both of you being through part of the breakthrough program, all different. You've been through a bit longer, Jamie. But if there was one thing as a result of being on the breakthrough program that you guys have learned or has really helped you kind of move the business forward, what would it be?
For me, it was get on with it.
Get on with it.
Yeah. If you're serious enough about it and you're passionate enough about it, then no time's ever going to be the right time. Yeah. Fit it in and see where it goes. Yeah. You'll only regret it if you don't.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I think the one thing I can really take away is to not be scared to take a few steps back, reassess, and then go down the correct path. And then reassess again if you have to. So that there's no problem in doing that, in trying to get it right, but not trying to get it perfect.
Sure, great.
And I would say to anybody, it's not too late to be great.
Mm.